at sa lahat din po ng mga nakatutok sa atin all over the world. Kasama niyo na nga po ang nag-iisang beshi ng bayan, JHAIHO. Ako po si Jaiho and I'll be your host for this evening for the company's Global MediaCon. Welcome sa lahat po ng mga press and to all our virtual audience. Maraming salamat po for tuning in, mga kapamilya. Sa lahat ng mga nakatutok sa atin ngayon, happy Friday! Grabe no, ang bilis-bilis ng araw talaga. Agad-agad Biyernes na naman, pero syempre, hindi natin tatapusin ang linggong ito ng walang paandar, walang pasabog para sa inyong lahat. Nandito tayo ngayon para sa the company's Gitna. Eto na nga po, Gitna is the company's 29th full album release and the group's debut album on Star Music. It has been 5 years since the company's last album. Gitna is the company's pandemic album, produced and arranged, recorded also in the midst of a pandemic. The album title taken from one of the songs on this collection is in reference to the group's score in centeredness amidst the changing tides and disruptions in music and contemporary living. Kasama sa ating mga album tracks ang napakinggan po natin kanina habang tayo nga po ay nasa waiting area. Nandyan ang Kamusta Ka, Sa May Bintana, Hideaway, Gitna, Disco Plantito, Disco Plantita, Sumakabilang Puso, Sukob Na, Ambon, Walang Sayang, at Ang Isang Tawag Mo Lang o Sang Tawag Mo Lang. Sa lahat po ng mga nandirito ngayon, ng mga vloggers, mga press na kasama natin, I encourage everybody na gamitin po natin ang ating official hashtag for tonight's event. Ang hashtag po natin ay hashtag The Company Gitna. Ulitin po natin our official hashtag for today's event, hashtag The Company Gitna. Sa lahat din po ng mga nanonood sa atin, live po tayong napapanood ngayon sa Star Music YouTube channel, Star Music Facebook page, Magandang Buhay, ABS-CBN PR, One Music PH, Asap Natin To Facebook page, Jeepney TV, Mix Global, at sa TFC, TFC Middle East, TFC Asia, TFC US, TFC Canada, TFC Australia, New Zealand, and the Pacific, TFC Europe, and It's Showtime Facebook page. Ang inaabangan po natin ay syempre makakasama na po natin ngayon. Kaya sa mga nag-a-ask ng permission to record, yes, eto na po, ipapakilala na po natin ang the premier vocal group of the Philippines with 71 Music Industry Awards, 28 critically acclaimed and commercially successful multiple international concert tours, and 37 years in the industry. Let's welcome, mga kapamilya, Miss Sweet Plantado, Miss Annie Quintos, Mr. OJ Mariano, and Mr. Moy Ortiz, the company. Hello!
Magandang gabi po. Thank you, DJ Jaiho. Ako po si Moy. Maraming salamat po sa sumali sa ating MediaCon ngayong gabi. Salamat po.
I miss you, Sir Moy. It's nice to see you again. Ma'am Annie!
Hi, good evening, good morning, good afternoon kung saan man kayo nandun sa mundo. Nice that you're here with us. Hello, Jaiho. Thank you for doing this for us. Keep safe, everyone, and thank you for joining us.
Maraming salamat, Ma'am Annie. Ma'am Sweet!
Hello, magandang umaga, hapon at gabi po sa inyong lahat. Maraming salamat Star Music for doing this for us. Salamat sa lahat ng media people for your time at na-excite kami to meet you all and chat with you. Salamat, and salamat din DJ Jaiho.
Thank you, Ma'am. OJ Mariano!
Hello, DJ Jaiho. Sa lahat po na makasama natin dito, magandang gabi po, magandang hapon, magandang umaga kung nasan man po kayo. At katulad nga po ng mga sinabi ng makasama ko, salamat po sa pagsama sa amin ngayon, and we are really excited for this album launch.
At dahil excited na nga po ang lahat, natutuwa ako na marami rin ang mga nandito ngayon na umattend mula sa iba't ibang sulok ng mundo, not only in the Philippines. We'll start with, of course, presenting to everybody, first and exclusive para sa lahat ng mga press people natin. Ito na nga po ang ating music video. Narrating the pain of being left in uncertainty, the music video for Gitna, written by Davy Langit, captures tension and expression, which are both controlled and authentic. This emotional song features vocal leads OJ Mariano and Sweet Plantado, directed by Miko Pelino, mga kapamilya. Sabay-sabay po nating panoorin ito.
Nakalulan sa bangka ang mga pusong inalipin ng kilig. Unti-unting lumulubog sa dagat ng pag-ibig. Saklolo, saklolo, tulungan niyo akong intindihin.
Tulungan mo akong intindihin.
Paano ba tayo dumating sa ganito? Sumasaguan na tayong palayo, palabo ng palabo, di ko na makita ang pampang ng iyong isipang di malaman para ba isang daang sanga-sanga, saan ba tayo papunta kung palaging hindi mo alam ang sagot sa aking tanong kung sino pa ako sa iyo at sa mundong iyong ginagalawa. Mas pipiliin kong wala, huwag mo lang akong iiwan sa gitna. Ayoko lang maiwan sa gitna. Ayoko lang maiwan sa gitna.
Sa gitna nitong dagat ng kawalan, kung saan pinilit kong lunurin ang pagtangi na hindi maaari. Hindi ko mawari kung ba't natutong lumangoy. Kaya ang puso ko ngayon'y nananaghoy. Di ba't puti't itim lang to, bakit tayo kulay abo? At
palaging hindi mo alam ang sagot sa aking tanong kung sino pa ako sa iyo at sa mundong iyong ginagalawa. Mas pipiliin kong wala, huwag mo lang akong iiwan sa gitna. Ayoko lang maiwan sa gitna. Huwag mo lang akong iiwan sa gitnang walang kasiguraduhan.
wala kasing kahulugan
Ang mga salita na palagi mong binibitaw sa tuwing nagtatanong.
ano nga ba talaga tayo?
Napakalinaw ng malabo.
Gusto ko nang matapos ang hindi pa nagsisimula pa lang. Kahit alam ko ng dehado.
Inunawa ka nung sabi mong di pa ako sigurado.
Oo, hindi, wala namang tama o mali.
Huwag mo lang sana naman akong iiwan sa gitna. Ayoko lang maiwan sa gitna. Huwag mo lang akong iiwan sa gitna. bangka ng mga pusong inalipin ng kilig, unti-unting lumulupog sa dagat ng pag-ibig.
Grabe! Naku, mag-virtual palakpakan naman tayong lahat dyan sa mga nanonood sa atin. Napaka This is something na talagang perfect na perfect. Ma'am Annie, parang naluluha-luha po kayo, Ma'am Annie. You're getting emotional.
Slight, kasi maski ilang beses ko nang nakita yan, we previewed it before, of course, affected pa rin ako.
Totoo. Gusto ko pong itanong kasi syempre, like si OJ at saka si Ma'am Sweet po, 'di ba? And I believe everybody's may background naman talaga into theater performing, no? Tama po. So, ngayon po na parang ipinapakita natin sa music video to our mainstream listeners and audience yung ganitong klase ng video and awitin. Paano po yung naging process nito para sa inyo na gawin na natin ito ngayong gitna ng nasa pandemya? Ito yung kailangan marinig ng mga tao. Kailangan hindi lang basta hugot song pero talagang dapat tagus sa kanila. Paano po yung naging process, Ma'am Sweet and Sir OJ?
Paano ba, Sweet?
When we chose this song, kasi si David matagal na namin kilala. Especially ako kasi nakatutok ako sa kanya sa Pinoy Dream Academy. So, before pa talagang mahal na mahal ko na yung batang yan. Tawag ko nga dyan, Davy Baby. So, and then we continue to support him kasi talagang nagpatuloy siya sa industry at magaling talaga siyang songwriter. So, lumalim yung pagsulat niya. So, marami kaming pinili when we were choosing at least top 15, kaming apat nagta-top 15 kami na songs from the Star Music catalog. Of course, marami kaming napiling Daily Langit, pero ito yung dito kami nag-zoom in sa song na ito kasi maganda yung, it's not the usual love story, it's not the usual
Hugot song.
Oo, hugot or yung paggamit ng salita. Tapos yung marriage ng melody niya, tsaka ng lyrics niya, napakaganda. And of course, Moy have this brilliant idea of making it a duet. So, nag-iba na yung kulay niya.
Uh-huh.
So, nung binigay sa amin ni Moy, sa amin ni OJ, yung kumbaga meron na siyang storya talaga. But when it was written as a duet, syempre umiba yung kulay, umiba na yung interpretation. So, pinag-usapan namin ni OJ kung saan kami manggagaling. Dapat pareho kaming nag-decide sa pareho ba tayo o ganyan. So, syempre pinag-usapan namin. And then, hindi kami kasi sabay nag-record. Nauna siya. So, we talked, remember this, OJ? We talked the night before his recording. So, maski yung syllabication, the phrasing, pinag-usapan namin. Kasi nga hindi kami sabay. Siya mauna siya. So, nag-video call kami that night before and he let me hear his rough demo when he recorded. So mas madali na sa akin to match him when I was recording my solos. So, excited ako kasi hindi namin to masyadong ginagawa. Siyempre, teatrong tao kami ni OJ. So, ang sarap, when we were shooting sa beach, lalo na sa beach yung argument scene, swabe lang yon pero ang sarap kasi ang tagal na namin hindi umaarte. So, nalabas namin ang kaarte namin. So, yun, OJ, go.
Yeah, kasi, Gitna kasi has a very particular storyline. So, siya yung tipong kanta o kwento na pag narinig mo, makaka-relate ka somehow in so many levels. And like what Sweet said, nung ginawa nga namin yung music video, us being theater artists, being theater actors, kating-kating na talaga kami na umarte ulit. So the time that we were doing it at the beach, that confrontation rap part, ewan ko, may kakaibang gigil na nangyari. So I think you all could see it in the video na Ang sarap lang katahin ng kanta talaga.
Maraming salamat, OJ and Miss Sweet. Thank you for answering my question. And now, we will proceed to the Q&A kasama ang mga invited nating mga press and mga bloggers. And we'll start with our Kapamilya friends from TFC News Middle East Bureau. We have Debbie Jane Pangan. Hello, Debbie.
Yeah, hello. Yeah,
Ayan,
yeah. Hi,
sana
Jaiho.
magtanong si Miss Debbie. Hello, Ma'am Debbie. Bago po siya magtanong, I would like to request lang po yung mga hindi po naka-on cam to please mute po muna para hindi po pumapasok sa ating live stream. Maraming salamat po.
Yeah, okay. Thank you. So, to all our, of course, the company. Hello to everyone. Yeah, good morning from Saudi Arabia.
Ooh, good
In a
morning.
region, yeah.
Morning, Debbie.
Southeastern, no? So, my question is like, of course, you've known the company as a legendary, and yeah, no, the legacy na yan, ang company's company from the very start and until now, talagang walang makakatinag sa the company. Anyone can answer my query, like, what else or what challenges do you have more in this video? I mean, you are already veterans in the art in the music world. So ano pa ba yung naibigay nyo rito? Ano pa ba yung challenges that you encountered here? Meron pa ba or wala? It's just the ordinary or the usual or the old company parang product.
Can I start?
Yeah,
Hi,
sure.
Debbie. Kumusta ka? Thank you for joining us this morning. I hope it's not too early for you there.
It's okay. It's okay. Yeah.
To answer your question, what we like about this new album is it features seasoned and veteran songwriters. And of course, we know their style. We are talking of, meron kami, napakaswerte namin, meron kaming tatlong Ryan, kaya Biab, national artist dito. But we also have new generation songwriters like si Nika Del Rosario. She wrote the song Ambon, and si Nika is known for her song Tala, Kay Lenny Tayo and Rosas. She's in the charts right now. So to answer your question, the challenge was with the songs of the new generation songwriters. Yun nga, I think Sweet and OJ mentioned this. The way the new generation's OPM composers write music now, it's not so much formulaic. Hindi mo alam kung saan papunta yung structure at yung melody. At ito'y nakikita sa awiting, itong single namin ngayon na Gitna. In the middle of the song, meron siyang rap, parang halos rap or recitative part. Ang comment nga ng aking pamilya, which makes sense because a lot of our friends said, it's very, very theatrical. Naaalala nila nung time nung si Sweet at si OJ ay yung lead actors sa big musical na Rack of Ages because they played the leads on that musical. So, in this way, we are able to focus and highlight the theatrical skills of Sweet and OJ. That's one of their core competent skills. But in a pop venue, ang comment nga ng pamilya ko, yung Gitna, tunog parang in the style of Hamilton because it's half spoken and sung. So it didn't come natural, especially for me and Annie, because we're used to OPM in a certain type of way, a certain kind of style. But what's nice about our group is we are always willing to be progressive musically and on stage, performance-wise, to learn the new styles, on the new ways to express original Filipino music. So it was a while, especially the rap part, and to learn and to memorize and to arrange itong bagong estilo ng OPM. Pero personally, as a musical director, I'm very, very satisfied and grateful to my singing partners and people in Star Music Philippines for allowing us to be experimental also on this album. I hope I answered it.
Yeah. Can I still give my second question, DJ Jaiho? Yeah. Okay.
Yes po,
So
ma'am.
yeah. Okay. So my second and last question is that, yeah, of course, the company, a legend. Let's face it, other youngsters are already there in the music world. So what else can we give in this video, and what else do we have more in the near future? Like, kasi dito there are some remarks that mas tatangkilikin namin yung, alam mo naman, yung mga bagets or something, no? Even in our music world here, like, we prefer this band because they're young more than you guys, because like I told them that it's the experience and the quality of music that we give. So in your case, what else are we expecting from you rather?
Go, Annie.
Sorry, okay. Half of your question was not, I did not hear because it was glitching, so that's why I was trying to figure out also exactly what the question was. But I think I
Naghahang ata si Annie. Are you okay? Are you there, Annie?
what else they expect to let, huh? I'm talking.
You're
Pa ba?
Okay,
Buffering
sige.
po,
Try
ma'am.
mo ulit. Buffering.
I'm sorry.
That's okay.
Am I still glitchy?
Yes, ma'am. Medyo sobrang buffer po.
Ooh,
Okay,
sorry.
sige.
You're all
Ako na
there.
lang muna. OJ, kung meron ka ring something to say. Siguro, yes, that's a fact. The group is older, and I think okay lang yun. I mean, we don't feel old.
Yes.
We try to take care of ourselves, and go with the flow. Basta hindi OA, basta hindi pilit. I think para kaming wine. Wine. The more we age, lalong sumasarap.
Yeah.
Anyway, I think we sometimes doon ka sa point na ano pa bang pwede natin gawin. Pero actually, if you just don't stop creating, you will be surprised even ourselves that, wow, kaya pala natin to. It's just taking risks sometimes na try natin. If tingin natin it won't work, let's forget about that. But yun nga, you'll never know if you don't try. So I think marami pa kaming pwedeng gawin.
Experimenting.
I don't know exactly what, but it'll flow because for one, we don't stop creating. We don't stop thinking of new things to explore, to try. So in terms of music, yan naman yung iyayabang ko ng konti sa grupong ito. Lahat ng genre kaya namin gawin. So, yung konting yabang lang sa gabing ito, sa araw na ito. So, I think yun yung confidence ko personally sa grupo na we started as a group of 6 and then we were a quintet and now we're a quartet. I think it will stay this way. And it has been this way for how many years? 6? 6 years. As a quartet, yeah, 6 years na, diba? Tayo with OJ Mariano. So, 4 pala as a quartet. Tama ka, Moy. Ang dami pa namin pwedeng i-experiment, dami pang pwedeng i-try. Basta, aware kami, there's awareness na wag natin to i-try kasi OA na, or it's pushing it too much, or this one is, okay. I think the whole sound and the whole look of this album is, I think, fresh.
Yeah, and can I add,
Yes.
my perspective lang coming from a relatively new member of the group, since I've always been a fan of the company, nung hindi pa po ako kasali, I've always looked at the company, the group, as somebody who explores nga, who goes outside of the box, but still keeps to the core competence, or to the, yung kung ano man yung pinaka-essence ng company, which is harmony and excellent music, excellent singing, storytelling. So I think that's what you can still expect from the group, na kung meron mga bagong dumating na mga genre, bagong estilo ng musika, meron kaming pagkakataon na sumawsaw dun sa bagong estilo na yun, sa bagong style na yun, but at the same time, still keeping the essential sound of the company.
And also, we always welcome new blood kasi we were that during our time. So, and we are teachers by heart. Our other passion is teaching and mentoring. So it makes us happy that new blood pumapasok sila, like kasi Nika Del Rosario, ang bata-bata pero ang husay-husay, ang lalim-lalim. So we love that, and we love collaborating with young people kasi iba-ibang perspective naman talaga nila. And then they will also, yung journey nila sa experiences, dadaanan din nila yun, just like what happened with us. And we're still journeying. So, thank you, Debbie.
You're welcome. Good luck.
Thank you, Debbie.
Maraming salamat po, Miss Debbie, our friend from the TFC News Middle East Bureau. Maraming thank you again. Now let's proceed to Pinoy Vibes World Toronto. We have DJ Ryan Orlanda. Hi.
Hi, good evening from Toronto, Canada.
Hello.
Hi, Jaiho.
Hi,
How are you?
Ryan. Hi.
Hi, Moy. Kuya Moy and Kuya OJ, the Sweet and Annie. Kinakabahan ako kasi talagang super fina-follow ko kayo. And
wow.
I would like
Thank
to
you.
commend OJ and Sweet dun sa rap nila kasi this is my very first time na I felt the rap because like my tears are going up doon sa sagutan ninyo. Kasi I'm also an actor and also a singer. So I know the technicalities na iba talaga. You guys are immortal sa OPM. I'm telling you guys, iba kapag the company, lahat na sinabihan ko rito, guys, makakausap ko ang the company mamaya. Sabi nila, what? Gusto kong makasama. Parang ganun. Kaya masishare natin ito. Mapapanood nila to. And meron sila mga gustong i-share din na mga memories sa inyo because I'm from PhilHealth. So nag-perform kayo dun sa PhilHealth before. So nandun ako. And about the song Gitna, such a very nice song with a lot of pain, especially in the middle part. So the feeling of being alone can weigh heavily on an individual, diba? Yet for some people, it's way better to be alone. Some people will say it's relaxing or even spiritually rewarding. Parang ganun. So ang question ko is, may I ask each one of you, if you were left in the middle, which path would you rather take and why? And why? So number 1, continue the journey alone. Number 2, go back from the start. Or number 3, stop until the water pull you down. I know because this is very emotional song. So I know you felt it. Ang mga singer, dinadama yan, yung mga song. So I know kung ano yung nararamdaman nyo. May history man sa inyo, pero it's up to you guys to answer my question. I want to know.
Parang feeling Miss Universe ako.
Yun. Let's start with Ate Sweet.
Pero Ate Sweet talaga, pero si Annie.
Coach Sweet.
So talaga.
Yes.
Ano kaya Ate Annie, Ate Annie?
Kuya Moy, Kuya OJ, Ate Sweet, and Annie, sabi niya.
Ganun ba yun? Sorry.
Toronto!
Tinutukso pa lang.
Nakakamiss ako ng Canada.
Hindi Ate siya kasi medyo yung internet eh. Joke lang.
Nag-text lang siya.
Ako siguro, of course, I will move forward and continue. And learn from what happened. Kasi ako to it's always good to look back ka lang, that was then, and learn from that. hugutin mo yung mga natutunan mo, gamitin mo, iwanan mo na yung hindi mo natutunan, iwanan mo yung masakit. Kasi sino bang gustong masaktan na lang all the way, di ba? So ako, magpapatuloy ako. I will not allow myself to be pulled by anyone or because I am myself, I you know, by this time, you know, your strengths, your weaknesses. So I will move forward and carry on.
You're very
Yes.
strong, Ate Sweet.
I
Good
I
answer.
try. I try. Thank you so much. Thank you.
Sana
Si
hindi
Ate
na ako choppy. But
Choppy, basta pa rin, pero we can hear you.
Choppy pa rin.
You're not
No, we can hear
moving.
you clearly.
But you can hear me. O sige, okay lang. So ako, I think I definitely would move on, not be pulled down, but I see myself also starting from the start to restart, because I know that I would be not starting from scratch, but starting what they say from experience. So I can see myself definitely moving on, but maybe with a variation na. So that's what I see myself doing. But definitely moving forward.
And I?
Thank you.
Hey, thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you so much, Patan. How about si
Thank you
OJ?
for that question.
Well, ano ba? I don't want to sound martyr, pero may tendency rin kasi ako basing on my past experiences.
Walang sayang, OJ, walang sayang.
Walang sayang. I have this tendency to stay in the middle, na mananatili ako sa gitna hanggat sa kaya ko pa. Kumaga kung nasa gitna ako ng dagat, hanggat sa kaya pa ng mga paa ko, ng mga kamay ko na lumangoy at lumutang, magsasakay ako doon sa gitna. Kasi may kahit papano meron akong hope that there's something that can be revived or saved from whatever it is that I want to save or waiting for it to be saved. Pero kung talagang alam ko nang wala na akong hininga at wala na akong nasa ilalim na ako talaga ng dagat, that's the time that I will move forward. But I will exhaust all the possibilities, all of my patience hanggang sa kakayanin. Saka lang.
Thank
Or
you so
babalik
much.
sa simula.
All of us are guilty. Masarap ding masaktan, right? Masarap yung feeling na nasaktan
Uy.
ka. Yun. Oh, mas matindi to si Kuya Moy. Malamang marami itong masishare.
Ganun. Ryan,
Yeah.
salamat sa
Kakainin
tanong.
na
Very
ako ng-
interesting question. I think, yun nga, as mentioned by Sweet, may sinulat akong awitin sa album na to. It's called Walang Sayang. At yung sinasabi ng awitin na yun, the good and the bad stuff that you experience in life, there is no waste there, because every single thing, even the bad stuff, is a lesson. Of course, you don't relish. I disagree with you na pain is a good thing. No. I don't enjoy getting hurt, and I don't enjoy pain. But even the bad stuff, you can glean a lesson from that. May maaral ka dun. It's funny that you're asking that, Ryan, because I know, just in preparation for this MediaCon, iniisip ko what the company has survived to be here after 37 years in a very fickle and unforgiving industry. And there were times that I think weaker souls would have just thrown in the towel. When, example, you've worked so hard with former members and they've left, and that means you have to start from scratch again. You have to look for a new singing partner who you'll get along with on stage and off stage, and you have to train and teach that person every single song. So with me and Annie, that has happened many, many times within the 37 years. And I think weaker souls would just have thrown in the towel and said, it's not worth it to start from scratch. Also, parallel to that, I think that's what we all experienced during this pandemic. You have to find a way to pivot and to find your way when the whole planet stops and you can't do what you're supposed to do. yun nga, walang sayang. You find a way to move forward. Not to say na it's going to be easy. Change is never easy and change is painful no matter what. But I also agree with the saying you have to adapt or die, not literally. You This also is related to the question of Debbie kanina. You have to adapt to how the music industry is, to the way the world is, the spirit of the times. You have to adapt. Otherwise, it's so easy to be deemed obsolete. So find a way to move forward and learn the lessons that life gives you.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you so much. Alam mo masyadong ano ko to, treasure ko to itong time na ito. Thank you so much TFC. Thank you so much DJ Jaiho and sa lahat ng ABS-CBN. Thank you so much. The company, more power to you, and Pinoy Vibes World Toronto. We always love you. So God
Salamat,
bless.
Ryan.
Maraming salamat kay DJ
Hope to see you in
Ryan from
Toronto.
Orlando sa Pinoy Vibes World Toronto. Susunod na katanungan naman ay magmumula pa rin sa Pinoy Vibes World Toronto. We have JR Teodoro. Hi, JR.
Hello po. Can you hear me?
Yes, we can
Yes, we
hear you,
can.
but not that clear.
Hello
Hi,
po.
JR.
Hi. Hello po. Congratulations po sa inyo lahat, company. I may be a youngster, but I've heard you before, heard your music before. And, I'm happy to hear the new sound. So I'll go directly to my question. So who inspired you to sing? Because I'm sure in your lifetime there was a challenge in your life you want to stop singing. But I want to know who kept you going, who helped you love to sing. Like for
I'm
example,
sorry, is it just me or choppy talaga si
Medyo
JR?
choppy.
O, di ba
hello?
napatunayan natin, hindi lang pala sa Pilipinas ang internet connection at choppy, no? Kahit pala sa Toronto, may ganun din palang eksena. Pero as far as I can remember, based dun sa sinabi niya, parang JR wants to ask the company, who inspired you guys to sing? Tama ba?
To continue singing. Tama?
Yes. Can the ladies take it first?
Who inspired us to continue singing in the beginning, in the very start, or
Yes.
well, okay, from the very start, I think what inspired me to sing was I guess because my mom said na umpisa pa lang I was humming, I was singing, I was carrying a tune all by myself without anybody prodding me. So I guess it was a gift that made me happy whenever I sang, and just for myself at that point, no. And then later, as I started singing, and then it became a professional boyfriend, now my husband, who helped me continue and keep doing what I do now, because it did come to a point when I realized na yung akala kong napakaganda kong boses ay hindi pala ganong perfect. It wasn't something that it needed a lot of fine tuning, which I did eventually, of course, through lessons, but it was a hard lesson that I learned na ang dami pang kailangan mangyari sa boses mo. And at that point, I had said, wag ko na ituloy kasi parang parang what for, no? It's not naman, hindi naman pala maganda. And he said, no, don't stop when you are down. Continue this because you love doing it. Work on the talent, work on the skill, and then when you're happy, then that's when you can quit. But don't quit when you're down. So he kept pushing me to just keep doing what I love doing because I loved it, and work on it na lang.
Thank you po.
Okay. Ako, anak ako ng musiko. So, both my parents are musicians. So, ever since, mga siguro 2 years old talagang I started na raw singing. So, and I love it. Mahiyain akong bata eh. Kahit hindi ka maniwala, no? So, I was really a shy child. But when I sing, um, ang saya-saya ko daw. So, I guess my parents really inspired me, and especially my papa. He was my mga first teacher. Not just in singing, but he helped me nurture my ear training, my love for listening to any kind of music, um, and just singing every day. Also, yung I've always loved comedy. So comedy, singing talagang, and not really acting pa at the time, but really anything funny, and then my music. So maliit pa lang ako, my papa would really nurture that. So, and then both my parents, of course, my papa passed on na, but I still have my mom, and she still sings. And siguro lalo na ngayon na wala na ang papa ko, na whenever I feel like nakakapagod na kasi I've been doing this for so long, parang minsan you have to stop for a while, like I don't like my voice, or sometimes I just have to stop. May times na ayoko na mag-perform, pero I would really remember my papa's encouragement all the time, because he's really my number one fan, as in number one talaga yan. He would really be there always, and I still feel him. He's been gone for I think 15 years already, so I still feel his prodding, don't stop, kasi gift mo yan. So that's why his photo is always in front of me. So when I feel I just see him. It's just my wedding day. So that's him. So I look at this and I continue. I carry on. There.
Wow, that's awesome. How about si Kuya Moy and Brother OJ? Your parents as well?
Yeah. Hey, brother, JR. Siguro it's the same as with Sweet. It's my family who really inspired me to be in this field, be in this career. Sa totoo lang, they were quite hesitant at first when I started involving myself in this industry. Kasi hindi talaga personality ko yung nasa showbiz or whatever entertainment industry. I've always been an introvert. Hindi ako magsasalita unless kausapin mo ko. So it's like an essential part of being in this business. But at the same time, nakita rin kasi ng parents ko na I've always joined choirs when there was an opportunity for me to sing, kahit na hirap ako dahil nga sa hiya ko. Kukunin ko yung oportunidad, pero hindi ko sasabihin sa kanila kasi nga nahihiya ako even with my family na ito yung mundo ko. I guess I was still hesitant with myself din na ito yung purpose ko. Pero sooner or later in my college years, when I started really focusing on music, on singing, it was my nanay who told me na she was proud of me and she was happy for me kasi parang alam niya, nakikita niya na I found my purpose. I found my place here in the world. So whenever things would be medyo mahirap, medyo difficult for entertainers, especially these times ng pandemic, medyo mahirap talaga mag-earn, di ba? It's our bread and butter. But at the same time, I keep recalling lang na it's my purpose. It's my place in the world. So kung meron man akong pwedeng pagsinitan, pupunta ako dyan. Kung meron man place dyan para sa akin, pupunta ako dyan. Kasi yung sinabi ng nanay ko, and I believe in myself. that this is really my purpose. So that's what inspired me and what keeps me going, I guess. Yeah.
Thank you for sharing. Yes.
Okay.
Moy.
Yes, thank you, JR. Thanks for being with us this morning here in Manila. I'm sure early morning sa inyo. The person who really showed me the possibilities of a life in music was the brother of my mom. His name is Eugene Villaluz. He was a member of this very prominent show band in the 1970s in the Philippines called the New Minstrels. Eventually, after the New Minstrels, he became a solo artist and a record producer and was very successful at that. So early on, even as a child, I knew I wanted to do this. This specifically, harmony, singing, mixed harmony, men and women voices, because that's what the New Minstrels were doing. And I also, even in terms of imaging and visualization, um, I really was very inspired by the quality of music of the New Minstrels. And then eventually we found out through serendipity that there was another group in the States called the Manhattan Transfer, who also had the same format. A lot of vocal harmony, a lot of classy imaging. So basically, it's my uncle, Eugene Villaluz. Sadly, he passed away in 2017, but he's always here inside of me. And every day I think of him and he's showing me the way. And I'm sure he's proud of what we've built with this group. He was a fan of the company.
Thank you so much po sa inyo mga answers, and to be honest with you, there's a reason why I asked you that question kasi po in our generations right now, you know how kids are, they are inspired by artists right now, unlike us. Talagang ang nakapag-inspire sa atin, nakapag-encourage po sa atin is yung mga family members natin. So it's a nice foundation. Thank you po. I guess that's all my question.
Thank you, JR.
Maraming salamat kay JR Teodoro from Pinoy Vibes World Toronto. Now, we'll continue our Q&A from Philippine News Today, USA San Francisco, Bradford Adkins.
Hello. Hello po.
Good morning, Bradford.
Good evening from San Francisco, California. Good evening, OJ. Good evening, Miss Sweet. And Madam Annie, good evening po. Good evening sa lahat ng nakikinig.
Hello po.
Hello po. Hi. In the business world, the company can live up to 50 years. And your band appropriately is called the company, which is about 4 decades old. Saan ang galing yung name na the company? I mean, as the founding members of the company, Moy and Annie, saan ang galing yung word na the company?
Salamat, Bradford, sa tanong na yan. Ang grupong company ay, ang pangalan ng company, it's based on a 1972 musical of Stephen Sondheim called Company. Ano yung kwento ng company? It's about relationships, whether it's between married couples or singles or even your relationship with yourself. Pinangalanan namin ang grupo naming company because when Annie and I built and formed the company in 1985, walang nag-audition sa amin. Lahat kami miyembro ng Ateneo College Glee Club. Lahat kami yung barkada within the Glee Club. So sabi namin, parang pareho dun sa musical ni Stephen Sondheim na Company na it's about relationships, it's about barkada, it's about couples. So sabi namin, delikado dahil it's kinda medyo generic yung pangalan. Kaya kailangan namin lagyan ng visual peg na nakakapital yung letter Y for branding. Mm-hmm. Pero yun, doon po galing yun.
Salamat. Now, I've noticed there were like 20 or so members na wala na sa grupo, right? So si OG at si Sweet, sila yung pinakabago sa quartet, no? As the newer members, Sweet and OJ, sa album na Gitna, can you name top 2 songs na pinaka-paborito ninyo?
Ay, ang hirap.
Doon sa...
Ang
Hindi.
hirap.
Mahirap. Pero,
Wala, kahit isa lang. Kahit isa lang.
okay yung dalawa.
Ito yung... Kumusta ka sa may bintana, hideaway, Gitna.
Aside from Gitna, Gitna kasi, iba lang yung it's a favorite of mine because iba lang, not because I'm one of the vocal leads, but it's a different color, different way of iba na hindi masyado ginagawa ng grupo. So, and masarap talaga siya sa puso, masakit na masarap. So, I think that's my top 1 favorite talaga. And the other one, mahirap, pero I would have to say Hideaway. Mahilig ako sa Brazilian jazz, anything Brazilian, anything Latin. And ang sarap nabubuhay ang dugo ko. So I was so happy when Moy arranged it that way. Masaya din yung Kumusta Ka, pero mas nabubuhay ang dugo ko sa Hideaway. Yeah, so Gitna and Hideaway.
Okay, I'm looking forward to listening Hideaway.
Ako naman.
Ikaw naman, OJ. Oh.
Pwede po bang top 10?
Sige, pakit.
Similar with Sweet, I think it's Gitna for the same reasons. It's a new flavor for the group na tinakal namin. I think we did it beautifully. And Kamusta Ka was one of my favorites. When we were recording it, sabi ko nga, me being a fan of the company, sabi ko, hinihilig ako kasi ito yung kinagisnan ko, kinalakihan ko na tunog ng company. So it was quite glorious for me to hear my voice in that sound na naging reason kung bakit ako naging fan ng company. Yung magandang harmony.
Well, yeah, I grew up listening to the company songs. Na-mention mo yung si Eugene Villaluz. Yung the type of music na kinakanta nila, yung parang easy listening. Parang yung kay Butch Montserrat, parang yung Halika Na, yung Umagang Kay Ganda, parang ganun, di ba? So, dito sa 10 tracks ang medyo hawig dun sa style na yun? Moy, Kuya Moy? Oh. Is it track number 10, Isang Tawag Mo Lang? Is it 9, Walang Sayang? Is it 8, Ambon? Is it 7, Sukob Na? Yung medyo easy listening. Alin dun sa 10?
Easy pala.
Hindi, parang I'm looking forward to that. Para ibalik yung kahapon, no?
Yung easy listening, I think as yung mention, Bradford ni Sweet, yung Hideaway, isinulat po yan ni national artist na Ryan Kebyab. Sinulat po niya yun para sa Smoky Mountain in the early 90s, I believe. 1991, I believe. Pero ginawa namin dahil alam mo naman ang company, palaging tumatawid sa pop at jazz at a cappella. We found this opportunity to do this in Brazilian and Latin jazz. Ang sarap mag-harmonize kung you have this Latin beat behind you. Plus, it's summer at nakatira kami dito sa Pilipinas. So, perfect soundtrack siya sa aming buhay dito. It's easy listening. It's light jazz. Kahit na just to mention also Bradford dun sa awitin na Hideaway, we were able to use indigenous Philippine instruments tulad ng kulintang. Pero ang pagkagamit ng kulintang in a non-traditional way, nag-jazz improvisation, nag-adlib in a jazz way ang kulintang. So, it has been done before in the 70s na kulintang jazz. Pero to do it with vocal harmony, hindi pa yun nagagawa. So proud kami doon dahil nagpapasalamat rin ako sa arranger na si Arnold Buena at yung aming album producer na si Jonathan Manalo na bukas sila sa ganun na mga experimental na texture sa aming musika.
Salamat. I consider it a great privilege and honor to be interviewing you guys because you guys bridge 4 generations, 4 decades of musical gaps na kinalakihan ko, and I'm proud to be listening to your songs up until today. Thank you. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Bradford.
Maraming
Thank you.
salamat. Thank you, Bradford. Maraming salamat sa'yo. Nagtatanong si Ryan, sabi ni Ryan, DJ Jaiho, nasaan ka ba ngayon? Bakit nasa car daw ako ngayon? Nandito po ako sa tapat mismo ng ABS-CBN dahil may ganap po. Ayan, may ganap po dito sa tapat ng ABS-CBN. So, yan. Pero diretso tayo. Ito, next question ay manggagaling kay Harvey Barkin, Editor-in-Chief ng Film Star. Pero ako ang magbabasa ng question. Kanina, nabanggit na yung isa sa mga tanong niya kung saan nanggaling yung the company. Tapos, isa rin sa mga question niya dito yung about din sa, sabi niya dito, does Gitna refer to what the old Jingle magazine categorized as middle of the road, meaning a little bit of pop, rock, and everything else in between? Tama daw po ba yun, Sir Moy?
Salamat, Harvey and Jaiho. Maraming salamat sa tanong na yan. I love the questions. Hindi siya generic. Okay, pinilit namin at talagang nagdesisyon kami na ang title Gitna, yung aming 29th album dahil ambiguous. Hindi mo alam kung ano ang ibig sabihin ng gitna. Obviously, dahil may kanta at yung centerpiece nitong bagong album with Star Music Philippines, yung centerpiece ay yung awitin ni Davy Langit na Gitna. But for me, it's Gitna in a musical way dahil merong tunog old school na OPM na isinulat ng mga veteran songwriters at may new school na OPM. So parang you're in a way, you're in the middle at tumatawid ka half foot looking at tradition and comfort music, and the other foot is looking forward and being progressive. Let's let the other members answer kung anong ibig sabihin ang gitna para sa kanila.
Yes, at ayan na nga ang mga katanungan mula pa rin kay Harvey. Ang next question niya, what is it with college glee clubs? Wasn't the ambivalent crowd with UP, Ateneo, with the company? What's up in that in the old days? There were choral groups from schools, churches, or private groups that were part of cultural exchange programs, but not for mainstream entertainment. Then there were cheer squads and signature bands coming out of the universities. Could you explain how this came about?
Yung sa aming time, I have always been saying that the government and the Filipino people should put more of a premium to the Philippine choir singers. Just to share with everybody here, the Philippine choir singers bring in more gold medals than all of our Philippine athletes. That is a fact. So kailangan nating we have to honor the Philippine chorister. Ang daming magandang lumabas. During our time, lumabas ang grupong Tax, Opera, and also Company. Hanggang ngayon, 2022, I had to think about the year. It's amazing dahil katulad ng grupong Pinopela, katulad ng grupong Acapelago, ang daming mga grupong nanggagaling sa choir. Yung Pinopela galing sa St. Louis Choir sa University, galing sa Baguio. Yung Acapelago galing sa Philippine Madrigal Singers. I think it's in the training dahil the training and the discipline of work ethic na nakukuha mo sa choir. Kasi ang masarap, kami ni Sweet, OJ, and Annie galing kaming hinango. Is that a right word? We were molded by the in choir music and the choir tradition. So hindi lang music lessons po, kundi life lessons ang nakukuha namin sa choir. I think hanggang Harvey and Jaiho, hanggang ngayon, ang dami pa ring lumalabas na magaling na grupo from choirs, Philippine choirs. Kaya kailangan natin magbigay-pugay tayo sa mga Philippine choirs.
Tama. Yes, correct. Totoo. Susunod, tanong pa rin mula kay Harvey. Sabi niya, do you think of yourself as a cover, version, or original music band? Which music has your band performed more successfully than the other and why? And which OPM is the company closely affiliated with and why? And does the company have a popular original song and what is it? What is it?
I think we're both. We have a lot of our original music, and at the same time, when we do our two covers, we do it in a way that will sound just ours. No, it will never sound like the original. So many listeners actually have said nga na parang hindi nila nakikita yung original music when we start to sing it kasi nga Moy very craftfully and skillfully and magically arranges it para it becomes ours. So in a way, parang when we sing covers, it becomes ours as well.
Correct. Next question, still from Harvey. You have covered for a number of A-list artists. Did any one of them comment on your music and what did they say?
We've performed with and for a lot of international acts, and some of them are our musical heroes, Jaiho, Harvey. Of course, we've known the pop jazz group, vocal group, the Manhattan Transfer since 1992. Isa pa namin, yun nga yung joke na namin, ang company parang kalahating Manhattan Transfer, kalahating The Carpenters. We were also very blessed to sing for Richard Carpenter of The Carpenters and to sing their song. We did the Bacharach medley for Richard Carpenter, and he was very pleased with our performance. Who else have
we did sa OPM, we did a cover of the Itchy Worms, Akin Ka Na Lang.
Yun.
So, ginawa naming duet also. So, tuwan-tuwa rin naman yung Itchy Worms sa ibang flavor naman na ginawa namin. Kasi parang duet siya, parang, and the way we perform it, kumukuha kami sa audience ng either magjowa or akin ka na lang, huwag ka maniwala dyan, or something like that. So, it's a new take on an existing song. And Itchy Worms is very, very happy with our version. And we were also able to sing it with them, to perform it live with them. So, masaya.
And I want to add,
diba? It's one of our top played songs and
It is.
And I want to add lang kasi yung kay Richard Carpenter, we did a mashup of two of their songs, of the Carpenter songs. And he was very, very impressed, very happy with that.
You remember that the songs were I Just Fall in Love Again and Oh I Just Fall in Love Again at saka yung You're the One actually sweet and kailangan balik natin yan sa live repertoire natin. Ang napakaganda ng mashup.
Beautifully mashed up by Babsi
Molina. Yes. Tapos yung version namin orchestrated by Maestro Gerard Salonga. Balik nga natin yun, Annie, sweet. Good. You remember that.
Yes, tama. Ibalik ng bonggang-bongga dahil siguradong marami talagang makaka-appreciate yan. Pero yung next question, ito po pinapatanong lang naman po sa akin. Ang tanong po niya, who's the most senior member of the company? Meaning, the one who has been there from the start. What can he or she say is the difference between the old group through the various evolution and the new one?
Well, ako ang pinaka-senior in all aspects. I'm the oldest in the group, and at the same time, I was also there since the beginning. And the difference between before, malaking difference. Well, before, as when we were 12, we originally started when we were 12 members. Siyempre, we were feeling our way. Hindi pa namin alam kung tatagal ba to. Hindi pa namin alam kung ano yung music talaga ang gagawin namin. So, there was a lot of birthing pains at that point. And then when as the years passed, we became 8. ganun pa rin, no? It was parang always finding our way, still finding our way in the recording industry. And then eventually, I think it's only now really that we know ourselves more, we know our music more, we know what we can give, we know what we need to work on still, that and we all also think in the same wavelength,
Right.
have the same core values. So this is now a get together of people that are working together and making it something that can move forward easily, you know, because, and of course with just 4 as opposed to, let's say, when we were 12, 8, 6 even, now that we're just 4, it's also easier to get everyone together on the same page and move forward. So
ang importante naman ay nag-move forward tayo lagi at nag-innovate pa rin tayo sa lahat ng mga bagay na ginagawa natin. And Harvey's last question, most of your members are Ateneo Glee Club alumni. Is there a link to the Apo Hiking Society? Many old-timers will say Ateneo is equals to Burgis. Do you agree or not, and why? What's the reason that Burgess music still has followers like in San Jose? When Filipino priests raise funds, their choice of music for their performance concert is Apple.
Salamat, Harvey, for that question. Ang daming tanong ni Harvey. Na-tense kami. Okay, to answer the first one, there is a connection. Dahil nung kunento nga ni Annie, 1985 namin to binuo, ang grupo. Pero nung 1984, magkakatrabaho na po kami with Jim Paredes, with the Apo. Mababait na po sila sa amin. They have always been our mentors, mga kuya namin yan. And it's not because dahil lahat kami galing sa Ateneo. I'm not sure. I don't think that was the main thing kung bakit kami nag-click with Apo. At we were taken under their wing. Dahil I think it was just the love for music and walang nagdidiva-divahan. Talang everyone works hard and loves the Philippines, the country, and loves OPM. That's the first part of the question. The second part of the question was maybe it's a stereotype to just, there may be truth and with reason kung bakit na-equate ang pagkaburgis sa Ateneo. Let's be honest here, let's not be disingenuous because alam naman natin na ang tuition ng Ateneo, even for us now, is really quite substantial. It's no joke. But I think that's a stereotype that needs to be changed because ang pagkaburkis can come anywhere right now. It can happen in UP, it can happen anywhere. I think that's a mindset. The important thing, whether you are socialin or you are casual and rugged, the most important thing is that you have a good heart, you treat people well. Yun lang naman ang importante doon.
Maraming salamat for answering all the questions. So from Harvey, at si Harvey ay from San Diego or Editor-in-Chief ng Film Star, Harvey Barkin. Maraming salamat for all your questions. Now let's proceed to Adrian Pangilinan from San Diego Filipino Cinema and the Film Collective. Hi, Adrian!
Hello, DJ Jaiho. Finally, sabi ko, kailan ba yung question ko? Charot, lang. Hi, everyone.
Sorry.
No, it's okay. Actually, I was sinawala na. I was thinking of my question. Pero first of all, I just wanted to say that this is actually my first time hearing of you guys. Well, actually, no, I've heard of you guys, but I also wanted to say that I'm thankful to kay Ate Pia for inviting me to come and talk to you guys. Because actually, when I did my research earlier, I like what everyone has been stating that you guys have really had a really long and fruitful career. Congratulations, by the way. And so I guess that leads me to my question. Under the context of being in a society now where everything is like, everything is quick, everything is fast. I feel like even myself, I'm guilty of like not being patient enough, not necessarily always willing to play the waiting game. So for all of you guys, and especially the founding members, what would you say is the recipe to a fruitful and a long career in whatever you do? But in this case, for your career, if y'all can please share, I would appreciate it. Thank you.
And
Well, I guess the, finding what you truly love to do, making it, making it, making it not about the money, and more of satisfaction and being true to that thing that you love to do. Because you will, it's now that you know we have internet and everything's open to everyone. You're bound to really find someone or a group or some people that will also enjoy what you enjoy. So when you're honest and true to yourself, uh, it becomes something that's easy to do. And even when the going gets tough, you still continue doing it because you just love doing it. And when you also love what you're doing, nadadamay yung mga nakikinig eh. So or yung around the people around you. And I think that's very important to have that in one's career, any career.
Thank you,
well
po.
said. Can I also answer it, Adrian? Sorry, we'll give you
Yes.
the time you deserve because you've been waiting for so long. To add to what Annie is saying, you need a lot of, which I don't have because my singing partners know that. You need a lot of, well, of course, patience. You need a lot of patience because even though you want things now, you want your dream, your vision to happen right now, the world doesn't work that way. You have to work with the cards dealt you. So, but a lot of, aside from being patient, you need a lot of persistence. Also, a vision. A vision. Yun nga sinasabi ni Annie, we got into doing this professionally without thinking that, I will become famous, I will become rich. Because, of course, this was way before the internet was born. So we weren't in that mindset. We were thinking more of how to use and develop this special gift that God has given us. Yun ang training sa amin sa choir kasi binigay to sa'yo ng Diyos, hindi to pangkaraniwan. So you have to make the most of the talent that God has given you. That one, I also believe that the virtue and the forgiveness also can get you a lot of years in any relationship, whether it's work, whether it's personal or professional, because everyone messes up. Everyone messes up in the personal life and in their professional life. But if you are willing to communicate and repair what has been bruised or damaged or even destroyed, if you're willing to salvage that, pick up the pieces, that will entail real forgiveness. So I think we've lasted this long because despite the blows that life has given us and also the many, many blessings that we are grateful for, if we are able to repair our relationships as working partners and as friends, the group can still continue. That's my answer. See, Sweet has been with the group
Thank
for
you.
more than 2 decades. She can answer.
Grabe, no? 23 years ako sa group and I really didn't think of when I look back, parang wow, 23 years na. I really grew up with the group. Before the company, I was doing theater, and I was teaching, and Brian Kayabia, our national artist for music, really mentored me and really gave me the opportunities because I didn't see myself as a superstar or one who could make it. I just wanted to sing. And then I went to UP College of Music. And so I just enjoy singing. And then when Mr. C introduced me to theater, I super enjoyed it. Di ko alam na pwede pala na I could do it. And then I learned experiences talaga, experience being in theater, teaching since the early 90s. And then, of course, doing TV on the side, pero wala ako sa mainstream until Moy Ortiz invited me to audition in 1998. And then akala ko mag-ship din ako katulad ng parents ko. Akala ko that was my life na I would sing, pero hindi mainstream, ganyan. But when I was asked to audition, I grabbed the opportunity, I waited, and then I got the part. So 1999, I started with them officially. So I'm still here. So I learned so much from this group. I became a better artist, musician also, and teacher and person. And tama rin yung to add to what Annie was saying, pagka talagang if you start with I'm gonna be rich, I'm gonna be famous, mawawala yung joy. Mawawala talaga yung joy. And for me, to this day, joy is the most important thing. If you lose the joy of whatever you're doing, that's very sad. So, but through the sadness that you will go through, kasi kasama talaga yan sa gitna ng buhay. Ang pangit naman din kung hindi mo may experience yung sadness or pain. No? Experiencing pain and sadness make you a better person and stronger character. So, but you don't lose the joy. In the midst of the pain, you don't lose the joy kasi andyan lang naman yan. It's just up to you. Go through it because it's part of growing up and part of your life journey, but the joy should stay. Yan, joy and love. Yeah, joy and love talaga. Pag nawala na talaga yung joy, pag nag-focus ka lang that's what I also teach my young students now, especially the groups that I'm training, I'm coaching. Don't focus, don't zoom in just I will be the greatest star. I will be rich and it will follow. If you're on the right path, follow yan lahat. Everything will fall into place. Basta mag-focus ka dun sa honing your craft, enjoying it, doing your best talaga, and working hard. Tapos yun, mag-enjoy ka lang. Hindi mo alam ang tagal mo na pala. Hindi mo alam ang dami mo na palang pinagdaan. Hindi mo mapapansin talaga. There. So I think that's one of the reasons why the group is still here. I would always say joy, 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 even in the midst of impatience or frustration. Kasi talagang may frustrations. And again, you have to go through that. Kasi hindi naman exciting ang life kung walang ganun. But also, I think for me also, my faith is, I keep my faith strong. I zoom into His promises and His guidance talaga na kahit wala pa or ayun na, ibibigay mo na sa akin, Lord, pero ay binawi niya. So He has His purpose, and yun nga, you just don't thank God and thank Him and praise Him during successes. You also praise Him in the waiting room, kumbaga, while you're there. So yun, dapat masaya lang. Dapat masaya. Don't lose the joy.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Marami na po silang nasabi. I will just add lang siguro my personal take on what keeps one's career, one's place in this industry longer than one would hope. It's that belief siguro. It's sticking to your purpose, sticking to whatever it is that you love to do. Naniniwala kasi ako, I believe that no matter how small, no matter how big your contribution is in this industry, in this world, as long as you are continuing to contribute, naiimbak yan. It's being stored in this great scheme of things. As long as you believe in yourself that you are contributing to the world, and it's a positive contribution through whatever purpose you believe you are serving, be it in the arts or or other fields, as long as you are sticking to that purpose that you believe you have in this world, you are going to stay long and you're stay happy and you are going to flourish. Yeah. And
Thank you.
Adrian, is it your birthday?
Happy
Almost
birthday.
Wednesday.
Happy birthday.
Thank you.
I
Flirty
saw
30, I can finally say.
Happy birthday, man.
Happy
Thank
birthday.
you guys. Pero real talk, I'm not sure if I should say, but I will. I mean, it's not like I'm that much younger, but I just really like wanted to say that, you know what, youth is fleeting, but the company is eternal. There you go. Okay. Because talagang parang
Thank
na-triggered ako
you.
ng slide. Pero I just want to say that I really appreciate you guys. Thank you for what you do. And keep on keeping on. Yeah, and really thank you guys.
Thank you, Adrian.
Thank you.
Thank you.
And
Have a good
thank you
night.
for your
Stay
patience.
Happy
healthy.
birthday.
Thank
Maraming
you.
salamat kay Adrian. Mag-ingat ka dyan lagi. At happy birthday sa'yo. Next question, manggagaling naman kay Von Belenario ng News 5 from One News Philippines. Ang question niya for everybody, for all the members of the company, you've been very vocal about your political stand. Sa tingin ninyo, bakit mahalaga for celebrities like you to speak up and show their political stand amidst the rampant cancel culture and show business?
Oj,
Mauna
would you, Sweet?
na ako ha. Mauna
Okay.
ako sumagot kasi I have to go to the bathroom. It's wee time. Anyway, I think for now, lalo na ngayon, lalo na sa panahon ngayon, there's no more excuse, lalo na kung artist ka na may following ka, may sumusuporta sa'yo, may naniniwala sa'yo. For us, the group, I can say na lahat kami, di na kami takot sa siguro cancel culture because it's bigger than us. This is not about us. This is, we made a stand for our children, for our family, for the future of our country. Kasi mahal natin ang Pilipinas. Kahit na nagagalit na tayo sa bansa natin, alam natin deep inside, mahal natin ito. So, ang dami na nating pinagdaanan. So, kung tatahimik ka pa, paano na lang kaya pa ba hindi na namin kaya. Ako personally, hindi ko na kaya to keep quiet. I wanna verbalize and say what I believe in, what I think is right, and but not just for me, but for my children talaga. Kasi how am I supposed to how am I supposed to bring up my children in this situation? So at saka sa panahon ngayon, wala nang lesser evil. It's just between good and bad. So I don't care if people cancel me because again, it's not about me. This is not for me. This is for my children, and this is for my country. And with that, I will keep back.
Perfect answer.
Siguro rin it's that for me, my perception, my perspective is it's not necessarily because it's a stand that we take as celebrities or as personalities. It's a stand that we take as individuals, as Filipinos. So it just so happens that we are in this industry and most people know about us, know us as the company, but us individually, ito yung paniniwalaan namin, and we are just siguro riding this popularity that we have to use it as a voice magnifier for our beliefs, aming paniniwala. But at the same time, it's not something that should affect din siguro whatever it is that we believe in. Kasi yun nga, like what Sweet said, it's really, there's no better option. There's no option actually, other option. It's just what we believe is right. Sa paniniwala namin, sa puso namin, yun yung tama. So, kung pakikinggan kami ng mga tao na aning paniniwala namin, we are happy. But otherwise, kung hindi man, we will try our best to convince them. Pero kung hindi, yun. It's not something about fame or being in the celebrity status. It's our beliefs as Filipinos, as individuals, as God-fearing people. So, yun po. Hindi kami takot sa cancel culture, I guess.
Yeah, I think they've both said it perfectly, and I just want to really say it's bigger than us kasi. It's really for our children, for our families, for our country.
I agree. They all said it, but totally agree.
Totoo. Tama. Yes, ayan. Ang next question. Thank you kay Von Belinario for that question. Ang mga susunod na itatanong ay magmumula sana sa Malaya from G. Trilliana, kay Neil Ramos ng Tempo, kay Mami Josephine Bonsol ng www.jobbonsol.net, at kay Sanden Anadja ng Banet News. Pero all their questions was already answered by the company na itanong na kanina at nabigyan na rin ng kasagutan. So now, thank you for your question, guys. Idediretso natin ang question na manggagaling naman kay Kiko Escuadro ng Push. Kiko, are you there? Hello?
Hello po.
Hi,
Good morning
Kiko.
from Manila,
Nice to meet you
Kiko.
virtually.
Good evening from Manila, Kiko.
Good
Hi,
evening.
good morning. Hello po. Tanong ko lang po kasi natanong na rin po lahat yung ibang questions. Ano po yung masasabi niyo pong secret po ng the company na habang tumatagal po parang lalo pa kayong sumasarap po?
Ay, ang sarap. Salamat sa affirmation, Kiko. Salamat. Hindi naman siya secret, Kiko. Kami naniniwala na kasi maraming likas na talented talaga amongst us Filipinos. But I always have believed that hard work will always trump talent. I've always believed that. Nakakonekto sa sagot namin kanina na kung yun nga, yung fame, yung kasikatan at kayamanan and money, that's all temporal. Ephemeral yan nawawala yan kahit maingat ka, kahit ano, nawawala yun lahat. Everything is passing, everything is temporary. What lasts forever is good art and significance and contribution. Yun yung nagtatagal. Did I answer your question? Sorry.
Tsaka attitude mo talaga. Kahit gano'n ka gagaling, kung mahirap ka katrabaho at masama ugali mo.
Hindi ka kukunin.
Sorry.
Di ba, Jaiho? Di ba, Jaiho? Hindi ka kahit, and then maraming nagsasabi, I agree with what Sweet is saying, maraming producers ang nagsasabi, they want to work with that person or that other person because they're really talented, they're famous, they have the hits, they're hot right now. But other producers would say, Kiko, oh, they're not worth the headache. So, in this industry, I think in any industry naman, Kiko, whether it's corporate or entertainment, you are part artist, part business person, and part ambassador. Mataas ang EQ.
Okay
Can
po.
I just also add? Ay,
Sure
sorry.
po,
Sige.
Sige po.
Just it's adding lang to what Moy said, it's not just hard work but smart hard working kasi you can bang your head on the wall,
you can burn out
over and over and over and if it's not working, try mo naman yung wall na to or try mo yung it's working smart, it's working finding out what works actually for you, what works in the situation right now. Smart work, hard working.
Follow-up question ko lang po sa question po kanina regarding sa cancel culture with your political beliefs po. May time po ba na parang nagkaroon po ngayon, malapit na po yung election period, nagkaroon po ba ng time na na-invite po kayo sa isang event po ng politician tapos parang hindi naman po siya yung sinusuportahan nyo? Paano nyo po na-handle?
Salbahe ka, Kiko, ha? Salbahe ka.
Feeling ko, napakaganda ng kantang Gitna, kaya support ka natin.
Ang galing ni Jaiho. Ang taas ng EQ ni Jaiho. Lihis talaga. No, let's give Kiko his day,
Nangyari
his due
yun.
in court. Yeah.
Nangyari
Second time,
yun.
let's be honest.
Oo, nangyari yun, hindi natin alam.
Well, fortunately, I didn't know of that, but fortunately, early on they already knew our colors. So many. I mean, I don't know how many have asked or if there's many, but yeah, they knew our colors from the very start.
May personal ano ko meron kasing there was an opportunity for me to do something. Hindi nga natuloy kasi pinanggihan ko, di ba? Hindi ko lang siya actually kinukwento. There was this chance for me to, I think, sing or host for this event. Pero yung nag-offer sa akin was very upfront na it was funded by this. Alam na natin, di ba? So
by the evil one.
Alam natin na even if hindi ka talaga upfront na sinasabi na it is promoting this party, this group of people, this political color, being associated with that thing, that event, knowing na sila nga yung nasa likod nun, I had to turn it down kasi sabi ko, magagalit sa akin ang tatay ko pag tinanggap ko yan. And it's against my it's against my belief. So, hindi ko siya kinuha. Malaking pera yun, pero tinanggihan.
Sige po. Yun lang po. Maraming salamat po and congratulations po sa Gitna.
Sutil ka, Kiko. Sutil.
Excited po kayo sa Gitna.
Love it.
Thank you po.
Thank you, Kiko.
Okay lang naman yung question ni Kiko kasi nangyayari talaga siya.
Yes po.
Kahit ako personally, I experienced that. Pero ang dami kong pinag-iisipan ko ng mabuti talaga. Yes, oo. As in, kailangan mo siyang pag-isipan at kung ano yung nilalaman ng puso mo. Kahit nga gano'n, grabe na kalaki yung offer na pera talaga.
Yes.
Pero naisip ko na lang talaga na teka lang, pwede namang pagtrabahuhan at pagsipagan yan. Kahit hindi nga instant, kahit kailangan mo na. Pero syempre, yung nilalaman ng puso mo, hindi mo kayang isigaw kung ano talaga ito. So, better not to do it na lang, stay at home, and then focus ka na lang sa ibang bagay, kahit na malaki yung perang nasasayang. Pero, minsan mapaisip ka din talaga sa kagipitan.
Hindi, totoo yun, Jaiho. Jaiho, salamat for being honest at being sincere sa sagot mo, hindi showbiz na sagot. Kami yung company, yung sinabi mo, sinabi na namin yan, na there are other ways, there are other means to make a living, to earn the money. There are other ways naman. So, yes, salamat. You talked about the elephant in the room. Money is tight now. Even for the richest people now, money is tight now. Paano na lang tayo na hindi tayo part of the 1%? Pero, yun nga, to follow up with what my singing partner said, can you live with yourself after having done that? When you know that you could earn that amount, kahit na hindi isang bagsakan, you can eventually earn that. It's about living with your conscience. Ang sa akin, go Sweet, go.
Sorry. And again, ako papasok yung because he has proven that time and again, always, he is good, God is good, he provides.
Totoo. And also, I would like to add up lang, kasi ang ganda ng topic, no? I know everybody wants to hear what we can mention in this event for today. May yung sinusupport ko talaga is walang in-offer na amount. Voluntary lang. As in, voluntary lang talaga. Seryoso. Nagkakataon lang na yung mga lilipad din, meron akong mga ibang gaganapin. Pero I always communicate with them na yung malapit na walang ganap, always G ako, game na game. Imagine, compare sa malaking pera, parang mas ang sarap mong sagutin na yes, gagawin ko to without asking for talent fee. Kasi yun talaga yung nilalaman ng heart.
Super. Hindi yun nababayaran talaga. Walang katapat yun talaga.
Alam mo, thank you, Jaiho, for opening up the topic. Although mahal ka namin, alam mo yun, matagal na before pandemic. Pero we respect you more now.
Akala ko mahal kita, Jaiho, pero mas mahal kong kilay mo.
Yes.
Ganda.
Eto na, down to our last question tayo. Ang taray, parang naging icebreaker natin yan, no? Pero that's very relevant issue and topic. And I believe marami ang mga nagko-comment ngayon. And the views and opinions of the host and the guest
Of
not
course.
necessarily
Are ours.
reflect. Correct.
Oo.
Taray, may disclaimer. Hindi, chika lang.
Tama naman, tama
Ito,
naman.
sabi
True,
naman ni
true.
Jojo
Tama
Panaligan
naman.
from Rider PH Studio. True. Sabi ni Jojo Panaligan ng Rider PH Studio, ang tanong niya, Beanie and SB19 just released a video from Star Music that shows them in the middle of song and dance rehearsal. Para kay Moy, what do you think of the growing importance of dance skills and upbeat songs and collaborations for bigger chance of getting attention in today's music industry?
Ang sa akin, it's not so much attention. Thank you for the question, sir. It's not so much for the attention. Ang importante, especially ako, Jaiho, alam ng mga singing partners ko dito na mga friends ko sa company, and even our manager from Stages Talent, si Chris Ojeda, na very protective ako sa brand ng company in terms of music, in terms of imaging. So noon, aaminin ko po sa inyo na hindi po ako collaborative. I really wanted to control the output, artistic output of the group. Pero as you grow older, I think it was a matter of trust issues. But as you grow older, especially ngayon sa pandemic na ito ito yung aking lesson na nakuha ko, na the more responsibilities you give to your partners in this business and in your craft sa company, the more nagfo-flourish. So it's a matter of trust. Not so much for attention. I love those P-pop groups, SB19. They even recorded my composition na Mary Munchkin sa Dunkin' Donuts. At saka yung Beanie. I was also for our friend here from TV5, I was also involved in the search for Pop Pinoy, for search for a P-pop group last year. We are very supportive of any young talent who tries and makes it in this industry. Now, yun lang yung advice namin sa kanila. Don't go so much for the quick fix na the likes, the followers, and the subscribers. Ano yung meat and potatoes ng ating industriya? Yung talaga yung core and basic, ano ka? Basically, you are an entertainer. So, what you need to do is to come up with content that will entertain your audience, whether if it's music or if it's visual, kung sa TikTok man, or dance, or if it's educational. So, continue kami ngayon. We are having more and more collaborations. At saka yung mga unexpected na mga collaborations. Yung last namin was with the pop rock band, the Itchy Worms. Talagang sabi ng tao, company at Itchy Worms. First of all, ibang henerasyon at ibang music. Pero napakaganda ng amin single na Ibugi Mo Ako Baby. Magic came out of that. So I would like to commend Beanie and SB19 and all the OPM artists. Align, collaborate, and learn from your fellow artists. Whether you are a veteran, seasoned act, or you're an upstart, you don't have it all, hindi ka perfecto, learn from everyone. Yun lang po.
Naalala ko, ako nag-host ng collaboration ng The Company at saka ng Itchy Worms. Yes, totoo. At nung nilaunch na ng kanilang music video. Ang next question naman daw po ay para kay Teacher Annie. Sabi ni Von, actually sabi ni Sir Jojo Panaligan rather, to Teacher Annie as a vocal coach, how much more difficult is it dancing while singing instead of just singing? What do you think of this young group's vocal technique, harmonization compared to The Company?
The group we are referring to is are these the P-pop groups?
Wala po siyang
wala.
mention, pero
Just the
take
young,
it from the context of the P-pop group kasi
Yes.
galing
the young, I think as a vocal coach, it's always nice to hear the new sound of the young generation, the new generation now. they have their own sound din kasi when you listen to it and I compare it to the harmonies of what I grew up with, even if they were talking about the same notes and the same chords, they still come up with sound that is new, sound that is different. And it's very interesting and encouraging as well to know that they're able to come up with these new things, no, new sounds. I cannot say na because we actually also learn from what they're doing now, from everything that they're doing. When you listen to them, then you pick up new things. And kasi yan ang tunog of today eh. So even us na matagal nang nasa industriya, we also have to pick up those little innuendos, little sound, musical sounds na true to this time. So I will only commend them, and I want to say na to keep experimenting with their harmonies, because they also help us. They improve and they make our OPM catalog and OPM music just wider and better.
Correct. Ayan, maraming salamat, Sir Jojo, Panaligan, for your question, and sa the company sa kanilang mga napakagandang kasagutan. Alam mo, personally speaking, mga kapamilya, to all our viewers, I love hosting yung mga ganitong klase ng mga event natin, because after I hosted the event, meron akong binabaon at meron akong natututunan talaga coming from mga icons na, to be honest naman talaga, lagi akong sinasama ng mga tito at tita ko dati pagka may mga show sila sa Casino Filipino, sa Pagcor, pag nanonood ako sa Pagcor. So, nanonood ko sila ng bonggang-bongga. So now, I will give you the floor, Teacher Annie, Miss Sweet, Sir Moy, and the OJ, to invite our kapamilya viewers who's watching right now sa inyong single na Gitna. At imbitahan natin sila kung saan ito pwedeng mapakinggan. At yung music video na mamaya 8 p.m. mapapanood din po nila. Take it away, guys. Wow, guys, bagets.
Ladies?
Ayun nga po, nag-iintayan kami. Una, maraming salamat again, DJ Jaiho, for being with us. You're always a breath of fresh air. Yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you, Star Music, for everything that you have done for us and you've been doing for the group. Thank you to all our bosses in Star Music, also our stages management. Thank you to all the press people who are with us today. Salamat sa inyong time. Iba-iba, lalo na yung nasa abroad, iba ang time zone natin. Salamat sa inyong magagandang tanong. Ang sarap sagutin yung sabi nga ni Moy kanina, hindi yung usual question. So salamat po. Salamat sa suporta ninyo. Once again, we wanna invite everyone, kayo pong lahat, na suportahan yung aming 29th album, ang aming bagong Bouncing Baby Girl Boy, whatever. Bouncing Baby album. Gitna, ito po ay collaboration between seasoned and new upcoming songwriters. May ilan kaming originals and karamihan covers, but yun nga, matutuwa kayo dahil excited kaming marinig nyo dahil we made it our own, and excited din kaming makita nyo ang aming mga pinaghirapang music video. Una, makikita nyo mamaya 8 p.m. ang music video ng single na Gitna, and then following days, abangan ninyo yung other performance videos pa ng iba pang songs from the album. So maraming pong salamat. Saan ito mapapakinggan, OJ?
Yes. Ang album po ay, this was actually released noong March 18. So hanggang ngayon, nandyan pa rin po yan. Mas-stream niyo po yan digitally on Spotify, Apple Music, iTunes, Deezer, YouTube. Nandyan din po yan. Yung lyric videos po ng mga kanta ng album ay available na rin po sa Star Music's YouTube channel. And premiering tonight, 8 p.m. on Star Music YouTube channel is the music video of Gitna. So sana po supportahan niyo po kami.
Yes, I hope that you all get to enjoy this new album with the new music, new meaning, maski covers siya dahil nga ni-reinterpret at ni-rearrange. So medyo may bagong tunog of some sort, that you enjoy this new music that we are offering all of you. Thank you, of course, to everyone here, all our press, our vloggers. Thank you, Jaiho, DJ Jaiho. Thank you to Star Music and Stages, of course. This medyo mahaba itong aming biyahe to get Gitna out to all of you, and it was all worth the wait because now we have something that we are very proud of and that we all want to share with everyone. So we hope you enjoy each track that we have lovingly prepared for all of you.
Gusto lang magpasalamat sa inyong lahat, DJ Jaiho, Star Music Philippines, Stages Talents, and to every single person here who spent their precious time and sometimes they're inconvenient during an inconvenient time to be with us here sa MediaCon. Also to all of our viewers who are watching this on YouTube and Facebook, maraming salamat po. Please know na lahat ng blessings na naibigay sa amin sa grupong The Company from you and from God, we never take it for granted. Alam po namin na to have 37 years under your belt and 29 full albums is a beautiful anomaly, especially in the music and entertainment industry. We never take that for granted. Every day we are grateful for this beautiful legacy and life you've given us. And the only way for us to express our gratitude sa inyong lahat is to always work hard, work smart, and to do our best with the talents that God has given us. Maraming salamat po sa inyong lahat. We hope you enjoyed the new album, Gitna. It's out now everywhere on digital platforms. And enjoy this beautiful, beautiful music video directed by Miko Pelino, a cinematography by Dre. I don't know the family name of Dre. Produced by Star Music Philippines. We shot it in Iba, Zambales. It's cinematic. You will love this. Maraming salamat po, and thank you to all of the composers who wrote beautiful music.
Maraming salamat, OJ Mariano, Teacher Annie Quintos, Sir Moy Ortiz, Ma'am Sweet Plantado. Thank you sa inyo, The Company, at sa lahat ng mga press and bloggers na nakasama natin. Maraming salamat, mga kapamilya. And of course, we would like to acknowledge the people behind the album, Star Music, music marketing team, and the promo team, ABS-CBN music head, Sir Roxy